Hello there and welcome to the second installment of our instructional videos for our interactive floor software. In this video we'll be going through how to use the playlist feature. That'll be looking at the 3 buttons on the left hand side of the screen just here. Also the 6 buttons on the right hand side here. And also we'll be having a quick look at the 3 at the bottom. So what a playlist allows you to do is create a list of themes and scenes that you want to play one after the other without having to switch through them manually. This is brilliant for when you're running a session, or if you're using this in a reception area or for parties or anything like that, where you want to leave it unattended or just don't want to have to constantly go into a keyboard to change different themes and scenes. So to create a playlist, what we do is we click on the top button on the left hand side of the screen that says create new playlist. So when I click that, it comes up with, do you want to clear the playlist? This clears whatever playlist you have on there currently. So if you are already working on one, I advise you save that before you move on and doing this. In this particular occasion, I do want to clear the playlist, yes. Do you want to save changes? No on this occasion. Enter the new name of the playlist. For this one, we should be calling it Test 001. Once you're happy with the name, you simply press OK. Now you can see along the top, right next to the word playlist, it says the file name, it says what it's called, and where it is saved on your system. Once you have created a playlist, you can start adding items to it. So in the center, you'll see a large white panel that says template name, effect, and duration. It's this that we shall populate. So to add items, we go to add new item to playlist. Once you've pressed that, it will come up with all the themes available on your software. So let's start adding them. So now I've added 4 themes and scenes into my playlist. So we've got the effect is scatter and the template name is flowers. We've got sound, surface, a window scatter, a living pond, and fluidicals. Once you have built up a list, you may wish to edit this. You may wish to, for example, replace an item. So for example, on this one, I may have decided I don't want scatter flowers anymore. So in order to change that for something else, I press the button. The third one down on the right hand side is replace. So I press the replace button and I select my different theme. So let's go for a different scatter. Let's go for the leaf scatter. So now you can see that has been changed from the flowers to leaves. Now I've got the scatter leaf theme in my playlist. I want to move that to the bottom. So how do I do that? I simply click these 2 buttons on the right hand side, the very bottom ones. We've got move up and move down. So if I press move down, you can see it's moving the scatter theme down to the bottom. If I now want to move it back up to the top again, I move up and we go back up again. You may decide that you no longer wish to have a certain theme on your playlist. So on this occasion, I have the leaf scatter, or the scatter leaf, and the button, fourth one down, is remove. So we press remove. Are you sure you want to delete this selected item? In this case, OK, and that will delete it. Cancel will not delete it. If I press cancel, it is not deleted. If I press remove and OK, the leaf scatter has now gone. Once you have built up a playlist, you can start setting duration times for each one of your themes. So for example, on window scatter, I may wish to have on for 2 minutes. This works in seconds, so you have to think 60 times 2, so 120. So we go 120 seconds, and then the top button, apply, applies it specifically to that theme. Now, if I wanted to have all of these to be going for 120 seconds, I literally just press the second button down, which is apply to all. You'll now see that every single one of them is 120 seconds. You can do these individually, so I may wish Living Pond to only be on for 60 seconds. So I change 120 to 60, and I click apply, and you will now see that only Living Pond has changed to 60. Once you have built up your playlist and you're happy with all the durations that you have set, you are ready to play the playlist. To do this, we press the play button on the bottom right hand corner. It will start at whatever point you have selected. So for example, if I select Living Pond and I press play, it will start at Living Pond. If I wanted to start at Wipe, I would select Wipe and I would press play and it would start at Wipe. So let's see that running. It's worth noting that this playlist will play on a loop until you exit out of it. In order to exit out, we exit the usual way, so we press Q for quit or exit, depending on what theme you're in. So we press Q on this one, and we go back to the scheduler. Once you've played it and you're happy with the runtime, you can press save, just to make sure you've saved your changes. You sure want to save changes, okay, and it is now saved in the location. If you're done with this list and want to move on to another list that you've made in the past, we can click Load Existing Playlist, which is the third button down on the left-hand side. So if we click that now, we can select on any of the playlists that we have done in the past. So let's go for the Family Attractions Expedition we did back in 2018. You can see the list has changed. So again, we can go to another list. Let's go to a Christmas theme that we've done. And this has all of the Christmas themes. That concludes the video on how to use the playlist feature in our Sensory software. If you want to learn more about the different features of the software, please view our other videos.